The action and movement of the universe will smack you around, will blindside you when you don't know how it works. Travis Otterwell, it's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace. I notice a lot of people, especially when we're talking online, people that aren't well adjusted in their lives, well adjusted in society. It's a lot of emotional responses to systematic issues. And where it gets incorrect, it isn't the emotional response, that's fine, is that people continue to then use that emotional response as a way to solve a systematic issue. And you can draw attention. The emotional response can draw attention to a systematic issue, but then you have to fix a systematic issue with another system. So, this is the business of spirit. The business of how the universe works, how the universe moves. These are things such as when we hear disruption follows a decision. When you make a decision to do something, the universe is going to throw something your way. My favorite personal that I've seen again and again is I've had ups and down issues with eating correctly and my weight. And over the years, there have been numerous times that I'm like, okay, got to get back in shape. And whenever I've made that decision, within 7 days, minimum, 7 days, let's say 7 to 12 days. This is how much this has happened. Within a week to 12 days to 2 weeks, someone will show up with some sweets. So I got a sweet tooth. So someone will show up in my life randomly with some sweets, with some cookies, right after I made the decision to cut that out because I need to get into shape. So this has happened again and again and again. Now, this is a cute example, but let's take it to something a little more deeper. Talk about in our own home. You decide to do something. You decide to step up, to be a leader of yourself, to be a leader of your family. You're going to get pushback from people around you. Now, what's going to look like it's coming from them, but it's actually the change you've decided to make and the universe responding. We can say it's a test. We can say this, that, or the other. That's an emotional response. That's how we feel about it. It's really the system is changing and you need to change your system. So it's as within ourselves is outside of ourselves. So this is one of the things that just happens. That any leader, any person that's done anything big in their life, they've experienced this. The universe pushing back against them. This is how things work. This is a sign that things are headed in the right direction. To now that I just noticed when things seemingly are getting chaotic, it's opportunity time. Two things happening. Things are going to change. Not always for the better, mind you. We ain't here to paint rosy pictures about the world. Just a change. That's the thing, because the universe don't care how we feel. That's on us. So in these times of change, which we're in a time of change right now, a lot of things have changed. Things are going to continue to change. And this is the time of opportunity and the test to see who's real and who's not. The time for gain, the time to step up. And in these times, this is where you've made a decision. And now you make the commitment to working the system. Now, when on a global level, on a universal level, when things are happening outside of us, and we may not know, okay, we haven't really chosen a system because things are changing. But that's where we have to look within ourselves, in our smaller circles, in our close relationships, in our close life. What is working, what isn't working, what needs to change, what do we need to stick to and go harder to, go deeper in, refine, upgrade. This is the business of the spirit. And when we speak about spirit, spirit is the deep unconscious. The soul is our mind. The soul is the ain't unconscious, just non-conscious, if you will. The things that we have that we just don't visit all the time. Like I got a lot of TV shows starting to leak out the more I run my mouth into this microphone. Right? All the old hip hop songs I got in my head, cartoons and video game references starting to come out. These are things I don't think about all the time. That's the soul part of our mind. And we talk about the mental part. Of course, that's the very conscious. We know what we know. The subconscious is that we don't always remember what we know. Kind of got to do some digging. This is where meditation, contemplating comes in. Things that are running on autopilot in the back of our mind. This is where our concepts lie. These things we've taken in, ideas and experiences, situations and circumstances that we've taken in and we're holding on to. And we may not even know we're holding on to them. That's going to push back within us. So we touched on what's going to happen outside of us when we make a decision. Even before we make a decision, that's where internally we may have some resistance, have some objection. And this is the real spiritual part we got to deal with. It always comes back to ourselves, knowing ourselves, having a firm foundation. So how are you looking within and seeing how your soul, your mind, your spirit may be pushing back against you? Maybe smacking you in the face, blindsiding you when you've decided to take action and take movement. We don't dwell on it, recognize it, and overcome. And we're here to help you with that. Pure Sound Daily Business. Also going deeper with the coaching. So find who you need. Find who and what is relevant to you and resonates with you. It's Travis Oldwell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.